What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this epic video we are going to look at the following epic news and rumors. Who will Big E cash in on? The Fiend confronts Alexa Bliss to start a new feud. Becky Lynch returns to WWE Raw and immediately confronts Charlotte Flair, and many more. Be sure to stick around till the end for all the latest WWE news and rumors. How about you drop a like and subscribe for daily wrestling content? WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix officially despises Seth Rollins after what happened at WWE Money in the Bank 2021. Tonight at Money in the Bank, the main event featured WWE Hall of Famer Edge taking on Universal Champion Roman Reigns with the latter's belt on the line. Seth Rollins interfered in the contest to make sure that Edge didn't win the belt, and eventually succeeded in his quest. Rollins' interference led to Edge getting distracted and Reigns hitting him with a spear to win the match and retain his Universal title. Following the match, Seth Rollins came out again and snapped on Edge, after which he confronted Reigns and said that he should have been in the match. Rollins then kicked off a brawl with Edge which ended with the former running away from the Rated R superstar. After Money in the Bank ended, WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix took to Twitter to post a tweet targeting Seth Rollins. Here's what she said. "I despise that man." Many fans in the comments were confused about Beth's tweet and were wondering whether it was directed towards Rollins or Reigns. It seems like Beth Phoenix is referring to Seth Rollins here, as he was the one who interfered in the Universal title match and prevented Edge from winning the belt. He also took out his frustrations on a fallen Edge after the WWE legend went through a grueling encounter with Reigns. Edge had returned to the ring earlier this year at the 2021 Royal Rumble event. He went on to win the whole thing by last eliminating Randy Orton, and punched his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania 37. Edge failed to win the Universal title at the Show of Shows, and tonight's story wasn't any different. As for Seth Rollins, he has a history with Edge, and this has been a dream match for WWE fans for a long time now. Rollins has talked about a possible match with Edge in the past, and it seems like the WWE Universe is finally going to witness this epic contest at SummerSlam 2021. He was beyond furious when Edge got the opportunity to face Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. No, this can't be. You guys must have misheard that. There's no way. They promised it to me. This is everything that I've worked for. I've never been more ready in my entire life, mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm ready to be the next Universal Champion. I deserve the opportunity, not Edge. What do you think of Beth Phoenix's tweet? Are you excited at the possibility of an Edge-Rollins clash at the biggest party of the summer? In one of the most inspired moves WWE has made all year, Big E has won the 2021 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. He outlasted the rest of the field after one of the greatest matches of its kind, filled with huge spots and impactful moments. Big E has been on the cusp of greatness ever since resuming his singles career last year on SmackDown. The Money in the Bank contract could give him a boost to reach the next level. But what comes next? The two world champions on Raw and SmackDown are both incredibly dominant right now. WWE Champion Bobby Lashley has ruled the red brand, while Roman Reigns stands atop the WWE mountain with the Universal Championship. Both stars would be intriguing targets for Big E to cash in on. The two-time Intercontinental Champion will likely have to go through one of these forces of nature to win a world title in WWE. Both options seem like a good idea, with a few factors supporting either one. Who would you rather see Big E cash in his Money in the Bank contract on, Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns? Sound off in the comments section below. Among Big E's biggest rivals as part of the New Day were Jimmy and Jay, who are the cousins of Roman Reigns. The twin brothers put on a plethora of tag team classics against any combination of Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. The two teams later developed a connection through mutual respect. This came to a head when Jimmy and Jay refused to wrestle the New Day in a gauntlet match in the build-up to WrestleMania 35. However, Jimmy and Jay are not noble babyfaces anymore. They are essentially henchmen for the tribal chief. Even after becoming SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the link between them and Big E could play into Mr. Money in the Bank's decision to cash in on Reigns. It could intensify further if Kingston and Woods move back to SmackDown during the WWE draft. If Big E decides to target the Universal Champion, we could get a full-blown feud between the New Day and the Bloodline. The potential six-man tag team match is a mouth-watering prospect. Big E's first world title victory would also be tied together with a significant period in his WWE career from years prior. The episode of WWE Raw after Money in the Bank should be one to watch out for. It's unlikely that we'll see Nikki cash in on Monday night, but the stage has been set for some very interesting developments. Do not forget that WWE Raw will be the beginning of the build for SummerSlam. Expect all the pieces to line up as we head into this major event. SummerSlam will be the WrestleMania equivalent this year, and the event is guaranteed to be very massive indeed. Here are 5 surprises that could potentially happen on WWE Raw this week. That said, without wasting any more time, let's begin. Number 5. John Cena returns to WWE Raw and teams up with Drew McIntyre. Before he left WWE for Hollywood, John Cena passed on the torch to Roman Reigns, the man he believed would succeed him as the face of the company. Going forward, since then Roman Reigns has found great success as a heel, moving away from being Cena-lite. Drew McIntyre has pretty much assumed that role since then, becoming the babyface who's carrying the company on his shoulder. Because Drew McIntyre is pretty much outmatched in a 1-on-3 kind of situation, chances are that he will need some kind of backup. John Cena is guaranteed to show up on WWE Raw this week, meaning that he could team up with the Scotsman and take the fight to Jinder Mahal, Veer and Shanky. Yes, 2 men can easily overpower 3 in this case. What else can you possibly imagine John Cena doing on WWE Raw this week? Number 4. WWE Raw star Angel Garza gives Eva Marie a rose. A new romance could begin, or be teased, on WWE Raw this week. Angel Garza has been on the sidelines for far too long, and it may be time for him to step into the spotlight again. He might end up doing so by handing Eva Marie a rose on Monday Night Raw. This will be completely in character for him, and in time, he could fight with other babyface superstars on WWE Raw to win her hand. It's certainly a better storyline than shoving a rose down someone's you-know-what. Number 3. Johnny Drip Drip goes babyface during this week's episode. Did you check out just how loud the crowd was on Sunday night, cheering John Morrison on during Money in the Bank? Vince McMahon has certainly taken note, and chances are that he could have booked a face turn on WWE Raw for this talented man who has pretty much always been underrated. Imagine The Miz getting up from his wheelchair to turn on his tag team partner. That would be quite the swerve indeed, setting the stage for a Miz vs Morrison showdown at SummerSlam. Number 2. The Fiend confronts Alexa Bliss to start a new feud. Yes, WWE Raw superstar Alexa Bliss is currently in a feud with Eva Marie and Doudrop. But let's be honest, the feud will not be nearly as exciting as an intergender program against The Fiend. Remember that Bray Wyatt has a bone to pick with Alexa Bliss because she cost him his WrestleMania match. He's been on the sidelines thus far, however. He could return to WWE Raw this week to get the feud underway. The entire program could play out in a cinematic manner. There is no need for any real violence. Number 1. Becky Lynch returns to WWE Raw and immediately confronts Charlotte Flair. Where does Charlotte Flair go after defeating Becky Lynch on WWE Raw, you ask? Well, the simple answer is that Becky Lynch could return to face her arch-nemesis again. Becky Lynch was in town and she even teased a Money in the Bank appearance. It is more than likely that she will show up on WWE Raw, reminding us why she is in fact the man.